welcome to our wonderful Learnix school. So what we are going to do today, I am going to show you like what will be covered in your main course, what kind of technologies, what kind of tools, what kind of theoretical knowledge we are going to cover. And what is more important, I am going to show you and explain like what kind of job assistance, what kind of resume preparation we are doing for you. So I will start sharing my screen. Our school is in the business for many, many years, and originally Larry was and he is still co-founder of our main like mother company which is doing IT business for more than 20 years. And our school was basically founded like 9 years ago, so we know what we are doing. And basically the school is for people who do have non-technical background, who do have gaps in their resumes, who are looking for like a stable positions nowadays, especially in these uncertain times. So we are helping people, and usually as Larry calling our training center, it's more like employment, full cycle employment training. So it's not only like QA, school. You can watch QA videos on YouTube, right? But it doesn't really make you a QA person. The thing here, we're doing like full cycle for you from the beginning till you will get a job. And what is more important, we are even providing a job assistance. I mean, what does it mean? So when you're getting a job, we're helping you. If you need any help, if you have any questions, people are getting back to us for the help. So we are doing really like full cycle and even more. So like in a in a real university, you will be working with multiple instructors. You can see on the screen that these are the people who are founded, who founded the Learning Center. And you already see Larry, and you will meet Marcel, you will probably meet Andrew, and I do believe Chamilka is no longer with us. But every time you will be getting and running through different topics, different tools, and different technologies, you will be getting these classes from the people who are subject matter experts in this particular field. So first of all, people are usually asking like, what is quality, right? And as our favorite ISTQB is telling us that the quality is a degree to which your software meets customers and users' expectations, requirements, and needs. So what does it mean? So when you're building something, right, and as a software tester, your goal is to make sure that whatever we build satisfies the customer needs. So it's not really something technical. It's like essential stuff which people are doing every day. You are using some kind of tools like WhatsApp, like Facebook, like Google. And when you are using it, you do expect you will get some kind of level of quality, right? You need to make sure you like to use this stuff. So software testing, as you can see on the screen, is actually the process of analyzing the software to detect whether the software meets, like whether actual result meets expected result. It's as simple as that. Why testing is important? I was thinking to put like a lot of slides here, a lot of, real life examples, but I decided I will basically put like the most important part. So first of all, it's important because we can discover bugs and different kind of defects, and this will guarantee that we will deliver a quality software to our clients and customers. Second, and this is my favorite here, it actually helps saving money to the business, and also it's giving more money to the business. So that's why companies nowadays, they really love software testers, and they're hiring a lot of QA people for this kind of stuff. And also it makes the software more reliable and easy to use. So can I do it? You see this wonderful slide. So as Larry mentioned, and I will show you a bunch of profiles today, we have students who are coming from different parts of the world and from different backgrounds. And the main idea here, like 99% of these people are really non-technical. And usually they're thinking about IT field and QA fields especially. They do believe it's like rocket science. They need to know like math, they need to know different kind of codings, they need to know a lot of technologies, but originally, no. The best software testers, the best QAs in our particular experience of the school are non-technical people because they see all this stuff from different angles. So this is a beautiful drawing which I crafted, and you will get used to it, right? I'm not really good at drawing. So here in school, we are usually working in 3 different directions in parallel. You can see the 3 directions in parallel on the screen. So we are getting a non-technical person, and we are working almost like at the same time in 3 different directions. The first one is you will get a lot of academical and theoretical knowledge here. Right now, most of this stuff might look a little bit, overwhelming for you. For example, you don't know what is software development life cycle, what is like 5-weight compliance, but you will see that it's actually really, really simple stuff. I will give you an example about different kind of techniques, for example, like black box technique. So as a tester, you might be testing a website where you will have a simple field, for example, like age. So your user of your website, let's think it's like insurance application. So the user can come to the website and he's supposed to enter his age. And your customer is telling you like, well, user can enter any age here from 0 to 64 years old, right? And usually we're asking the question, so how do you think how to test this particular field? What kind of numbers you will be entering into this field? How do you think? If you can enter anything from 0 to 64, what kind of numbers you are going to enter?
From 0 to 67, or
Okay.
1,
It,
2, 3, or 5.
okay.
No?
Any other ideas?
In the middle.
Okay. So the thing here, that's what usually students are answering. And on one hand, you're kind of right. You will have to enter something in the middle. However, we are going to teach you special techniques, and there is a really useful technique which is called equivalence class partitioning. So imagine this is the pie, if you like pies. Maybe it's a pizza, it
Yuri,
totally depends.
Yuri, I'm sorry. Minara also said a chat to everyone. Put -0 for a negative test.
Ah, that's really nice, Minara. That's a good thinking.
Smart.
Yes, you're totally right. So originally what you can do here, the simplest way, right? I'm not going to build like all partitions, but I will divide this pie into 3 parts. And here you will have everything which is less than 0. So you can grab -1, -5, -10, whatever you want. Here you will have everything which is greater than 0 or which is less or equal to 64. And here you will add everything which is greater than 64. So you will have 3 pieces of the pie. So you're totally right. So first of all, you need to enter something which is in the middle. Also, as Minara mentioned, right? And thank you for this. You will enter something which is less than 0. And also you need to enter something which is greater than 64, 65, 100, and so on. So you see, you're already thinking into the right direction. So you are ready for this job. But originally, we will just tweak your knowledge, we will polish your knowledge, and we will guide you how it should be done in the right way. So as you can see here, it will be like pretty much a lot of stuff on theoretical part. On hands-on experience part, and that's what people really love from us. So first of all, what we did, we decided to buy real tools which we are going to use here. And let me firstly show you the projects. So we built a number of projects, we built a number of applications for you, which you will be testing. On this screen, you see a really nice Learnix 3 Center eShop, which is like e-commerce application where you can buy different gadgets, you can read the information. And of course, you can tell me like, Yuri, it doesn't really look like the website is working correctly. And you will be totally right. It's intentionally broken for educational perspective. So you will be testing it, you will be reporting defects like what is wrong, what is working, what is not. So this is one of our latest product which our students are working on. Application number 2. This is another of our students' favorite stuff. It's called TV show, and this is basically TV show aggregator. What does it mean? So if you would like to watch different kind of TV shows and you would like to get information about these TV shows, and all these TV shows are usually on different channels, right? Like Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple Plus, and so on. You need one place, one stop where you can come and see all your favorite TV shows. You would like to check what kind of, let me show you, what kind of episodes we have, when these episodes were airing, when new TV shows episodes are coming. And as you can see, I clicked on something, it's working, but really slow. But this is an example of TV show. Like Stranger Things, you have timing, you have schedule, ratings, description, different kind of episodes. So this is project number 2. We have more projects. We even have like mobile version of Show Tracker. We have all-time classic and all-time favorite Home Pro, which some students really like to work on. So at least we have like 2 or 3 projects for you to work in here, and you will be working on them starting from manual testing. I will give you a really simple example first of all, before we'll move to tools, right? So when you're coming to Google and you would like to search for something, let's say you're testing like Google search. You're coming to Google and you would like to search for, let's say, like MacBook Pro, for example. What you're usually doing? What do you need to do to search for MacBook Pro?
MacBook.
Very good. So I typed in MacBook Pro, but to start searching, do I need to press any buttons on my keyboard? Do I need to press any icons?
Enter.
You're totally right. You see, I pressed an enter and wow, it's working. So that's how it actually works. You need to describe like the steps which you are performing when you would like to test something. And then you have like expected result, and on the screen you see like actual results. So that's what you will be doing in simple words. And right now, as you can see here, MacBook Pro, right? You don't see anything else. You don't see like, cars. You don't see like, food courts. You see MacBook Pro. And you can tell me like, Yuri, it's working. I see it with my own eyes. So that's in general, I mean, on a really high level, what you are going to do. And we are going to teach you how to transform this stuff and how to write down, how to create a documentation. In the beginning, we will start from really simple tools like Microsoft Excel or its free alternative, which is called like Google Spreadsheets, I do believe. That's what is written at the top left of the screen. And we will teach you how to create a test case. So let's say we are testing this Google search. And I will make it really simple. I don't want to write like a real one. You will have step description, and expected result. Only 3 columns right now. Usually when we are starting our course and students are not really ready to write test cases, we do have a really nice first step, educational first step, which is called like open the browser. And you can specify like which browser to open. I had students who were telling me like, Yuri, I mean, first of all, you need to buy a laptop, you need to pay for the internet, only after this you can open the browser, but probably it's too much. So open the browser only for educational perspective is here. You can specify like Chrome, Internet Explorer, whatever you want. Then you will do something like navigate to www.google.com, and you will have expected result. Google website is opened, and Google search is displayed. Then you can write like type in MacBook Pro and press enter. And expected result, new page with MacBook Pro search results, and links will be opened. So this is in simple words, simple documentation which you are going to create. It's called test case, right? And let me do like this. Let me beautify it a little bit. Does it look complicated? Does it look complex? I
No.
don't think so, right? And thank you for confirming this. And I agree with you, yes. So essentially, as you are using internet right now, as you're using applications like WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, I mean, I'm not sure which ones you are using, right? But anyway, if you are using it, you're already comparing expected result versus actual result like every day. But the only difference here, like nobody is paying you. I mean, that's the only difference. Here, you will be doing the same stuff. You will be comparing like what you got versus what your client wanted. But people are going to pay you for this, and somebody needs to do this stuff. So we are going to teach you how to write this. I will show you some examples of the documentation which you will be crafting. I have a folder here. I will give you some beautiful examples of what you will be crafting at the end of the course. Here is a really nice exploratory testing report on different mobile devices with different suggestions, different information, beautiful screenshots of the application, like what went wrong. We will teach you how to create beautiful test cases. I will show it to you in a second, like this. As you can see here on the screen, we have orange heading here, so it looks really nice. So you are going from simple stuff, you will start from really, really simple stuff to something really professionally looking. And the beauty here, you can tell me like, Yuri, it sounds really simple, I don't like the orange color, but the beauty here, there are no standards of how to create this documentation. Every company, every tester is doing it in its own way. So whatever you will come up with will be the right way, but we will guide you. We will guide you, we will share all these templates and so on. So we are starting from simple stuff like this. Then we will be using a real application, which is a project management tool, which is called Jira. You can see it on the screen. And we have all projects here for all our groups here at Learning Center. So all of them are opened. You can come to these groups. You can see like what people are doing. Let me open any group, you will see what people are doing. So what you see on the screen is a real tool. We have all.
If I may, Yuri,
Sure.
our school is subscribing to these services such as Jira, what you see on the screen. And also correct me if I'm wrong, we subscribe to Microsoft SQL in the cloud and Confluence as well. So we're subscribing to those tools for you so that it comes free for you. Please understand that the corporate subscription to those tools costs thousands of dollars per year. However, if you are not exposed to that, then you come to the interview and employers would know that you didn't have experience. You really need to have experience yourself trying those tools. And that's what Yuri is showing you. And this is what our, as you can see, previous students already done that. And once you complete those projects, then you can, with confidence, you can go to the interview and say, well, yes, I used Jira, I completed the project, or I used Microsoft SQL or Confluence or whatever. So that's what we are doing.
And yes, thank you for adding this, Larry. Yes, that's actually true. So we are using real tools and we are paying for the subscription. So you cannot just get these tools, outside of our class. I mean, you can buy them, of course, you can subscribe. But the idea here, yes, it's a real corporate tool, which is used by most of the companies. And I use Jira on all of my projects. So this is one of the most popular, not the only one, but one of the most popular tool for managing the project. And we're using it like on a real job. So we have 2 weeks sprint. It's a period of time when we are building something, testing something, and delivering something. You can see here with one of our group, we have 3 days remaining in the sprint. Like on a real job, you see all the stories, all the test cases, all the items which people are working on right now. You see the avatars, you see Yuri, basically, you see some students like Pavel and Naila here. So people are working, and by the end of the sprint, everything which we have in to-do column should be in done column. So then we will emulate, like we are closing the sprint. We will discuss like what we did, what we didn't do. So we are trying to recreate exactly all the ceremonies and all the workflow, what is happening on the real job. Because as Larry mentioned on the interview, people are going to ask you like, okay, what is your workflow? Could you explain like how you're working? And you need to be able to explain like how your process looks like and what you are doing. I will just show you what we have here. We have something here. So yeah, we have like user stories, with the description, with acceptance criteria, with the screenshots like on the real job. So everything is completed and looks really nice. This is tool number 1 for project management and also for bug reporting. I will show you an example like what students are writing. Like we have a bug, it's showing like what went wrong. So everything like on the real job. Tool number 2, which Larry mentioned, is called Confluence. This is one of the mostly used tool for documentation. So as you can see here, it's telling you like Wiki here, it's more like a Microsoft Word hybrid with Wikipedia. So what means, right? It's like one stop for your all knowledge sharing inside your company. So for example, you would like to see how to write a defect report. You're coming here, typing like defect, and you see, ta-da, you have a bunch of articles inside our Learning Center. which will help you and answer your questions like how to create a defect report, what do you need to do, what do you need to complete. So this is like real tool, and with every group we are working with Confluence, we are adding more articles here, we are adding more pages. So you will have a really huge amount of knowledge sharing, documentation here. I will show you like sprint review with some of my teams. Let me see if I have it. Sprint retrospective, if we have it here. Yeah, we basically discuss like what we need to start doing, what we need to stop doing, what we need to keep doing. And you see here, stop being lazy. That's not what you rewrote. It's what students wrote themselves. So this is not what I put here. So it's exactly what people are doing on real jobs. So it's like one-on-one. Sometimes students are asking us like, hey, but what actually testers are doing on the real job? And I'm answering exactly what we are doing at school. You will be doing the same stuff. Tool number 3, which we bought a couple of years ago because of a really high demand. So I showed you how to write a test case in Microsoft Excel. Are companies are doing this stuff? My answer is yes. Are there better ways to deal with test cases? My answer is yes, of course. And people created a number of special tools which are called test management tools. If you will go to any job board like Indeed, which you see on the screen, and you will type in test management, let's do like test management, test management, just test management. You will see 16,659 job openings, right? Let me add like tool to narrow down because it's probably not really, yeah, 8,000. So you can see that there are a lot of positions. Let me do like test management. Do we have like related stuff? Why it's showing me computer technician? Let me do test management again. Let me do Zephyr, which we got for you. Let me do like test management. Yes, now it's working. It should be from capital letters. So as you can see, 16,000 of jobs, and you see quality assurance engineer with General Dynamics, test engineer, software development engineer in test, software engineer, functional quality assurance. So most of these jobs are software testing to QA related. That's what you can see on the screen, like 16,000 of jobs. I do believe this is 25 miles around Fairfax, Virginia. So test management tools are extremely popular because people finally understood like it's not really cool to use only Microsoft Excel for doing this. We can do something better. And we bought this tool for you. Every group in our school is switching to this tool in the middle of their course. You can see like how test cases looks like in context of Jira. So we have steps, we have test data, we have expected results. So it looks more fancy than Microsoft Excel, I'm sorry, spreadsheet, very complicated word. So it's a really cool tool. A lot of big companies are using it, like Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, Capital One are using test management tools. So we're teaching you like in the right way and how it's done in big companies. So that's what we are going to cover. Then
But
is Larry, yes.
Yuri, on this note, since you are showing the available positions on the market, I wanted to also to bring your attention to the following. Hold on a second. Let me show for a second my my screen to you. See, if you are afraid, and of course today is your first day and everything looks a little bit scary, even though we teach people very successfully all those tools that today may look difficult to you. But even if you decide to do a very simple job such as a manual testing that requires no tools at all, there are still excellent positions on the market for you. You see, manual testing around our main office in Vienna within 25 miles generated 694 jobs. And let me show you a couple that are very simple, surprisingly simple, like in innovation. You see, they do not require anything, knowledge of any tools at all, and they still pay up to $80,000 per year for doing much less complicated job than Yuri is showing you right now. So you can read that they do not require any automation experience or anything like that. Or this one, manual tester. I mean, very simple jobs. And I saw one with, or this one, test engineer junior. You know, and by the way, they're all remote. So this is how simple you can position yourself as complicated or as simple as you want to be. So if you feel that you need more time to learn, then you can apply for less complicated jobs. If you feel that you've learned enough and you want to learn more tools, then you can compete for even more serious jobs and get more money, of course. And we are here for you to take you to those jobs and train you. For example, last month, 5 of our graduates got jobs with Amazon. And one of them was promoted into the senior tester after 2 weeks of working there. So we are very proud of that achievement. So Yuri, please continue.
Thank you, Larry.
I love you.
So yes.
Your cat.
All right, so let me continue, right? So yes, and thank you, Larry, for giving this information. So originally, yes, you need to understand that we are teaching you a lot of stuff. We are showing you really a lot of stuff. But will you need all this stuff to get a job, right? Or will you be using all this stuff on your real job? The answer is probably no. What we will show you all possible tools, all possible technologies which might be useful for you. However, I mean, Larry is totally right. We have a lot of successful stories where students use like less technologies, like really like a small list, like Microsoft Excel, and that's it. And they got a job and they're working and they're successfully working. So regarding other tools, what you need to expect here, I don't want to show you all this stuff. I don't want to scare you. I mean, it's not really scareful stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. So we are covering database testing, and our wonderful instructor, Andrew, he created a really nice setup, and we are using latest technologies. So we have this database deployed in the cloud, and students are connecting to it using special tool and learning how to test and validate data. So you will have enough SQL database testing classes, like 3 classes, and each class will be like 3 hours. Then we are going to teach you API testing and Postman. We are going to show you Jenkins. We are going to give you like introduction to automation testing. We are going to teach you like introduction to HTML and web design. So actually, there will be a lot of different topics which might be useful for you when you will be looking for the job, but you don't need to know like all of them. Also, we have a really exotic module, and I do believe we are the only school here in the area who are teaching you this stuff. It's called 5-way compliance testing. In simple words, it's accessibility testing. It means like when you have like websites or applications, it should be available for people with disabilities. It's extremely popular among our students because usually the job description is not really high, and people don't have like a lot of expectations regarding like what you will be doing. They only requires you to have a knowledge about accessibility testing. And we are teaching you this stuff. I will show you like a number of students who are right now working as 5-way compliance testers. We have a huge amount of people who are doing this, working on different government projects. And of course, you will get an introduction to automation testing with Selenium WebDriver, Python, and probably PyTest. So we are covering, huge amount of stuff. So this is what we have in hands-on experience classes. And actually, yeah, usually during the class, we will have like a coffee break, like 15 minutes. So students have enough time to get some snacks, and all this kind of stuff. But it's a good question. All right, so why a lot of people love our school, right? Because we are, first of all, we're building a really strong network. I will show you a number of examples right now. So we're helping you to get a job, and from what particular part we are starting. We are starting from really simple stuff, and I will show you one of our students folders. Maybe this one. We have a lot of groups. So we have a huge amount of stuff which will be available for you. So for example, you will get resume templates, right? That's what we are building for you. And we are starting to do this really early. So we're helping you to build professional looking resume. We have a number of templates, and they're called templates because you need to update something here, right? It's not like ready to go resume, it's a template. And you will see all technologies which you're covering in the school. You will see our certificate, you will see job responsibilities which you will have, and all technologies here explained. So we already built them for you. You just need to add your information there, and we will start tweaking your resume based on your needs and your story. We have currently, we have 6 manual testers, resume templates, and 2 automation testers resume templates, which our students are using. So you will get resume templates, and we will bring in our career coach, Marcel, and also me and Cyril. We are going to help you, and we will be working on your resumes. We will help you to build a really professional looking story. Then you will get a lot of materials with, for example, like ideal tester story. Of course, you know that nothing is ideal in our life, so it's like close to ideal. So it's not really ideal, but close to ideal. And this story is giving you all questions and all answers which our students were getting during the interviews. And you see answers here, you see questions. Sometimes students are writing comments here. It's a big document, 24 pages, which is covering like most of the questions. You will get unique document, which is called typical months or 2 sprints of a software tester. This wonderful document is explaining you like how your typical months of work might look like, with all ceremonies, with all items. And you wouldn't believe, but I started from simple stuff like you're coming to work, you're drinking coffee, you're checking your email, checking Jira, checking corporate Slack. And you can tell me like, Yuri, why this stuff is here? But when students are getting question on the interview, like how your day is starting, somehow they're so scared, they cannot even explain like how they're starting their day. So that's why all this stuff is here. Like when you're coming to work, what kind of meetings do you have? How you're working with people? Even your lunch is here. Because one of my students, she got a question like, okay, how long is your lunch? And can you recommend me a couple of good restaurants around your office? And our student, she was prepared for this stuff. She told them like, hey, I'm bringing the food from home. I am eating healthy stuff. I don't know any restaurants around. So people can ask you a lot of unexpected stuff. And I already thought about this stuff. I put it here. Really nice document, beautifully crafted, beautifully colored, so it's helping a lot of our students to explain what they're actually doing in the company or on the real project. And I will show you actually examples in a couple of minutes. We do have like questions from Amazon interview. We have Amazon interview questions, and we were helping our students to get the jobs at Amazon. As Larry mentioned, I will show you a couple of people who are available online. So actually, they had a lot of questions like problem solving, attention to details, how you're working with customers. So that's a true story. I will show it to you in a couple of minutes. So let me finish this stuff. So beside these documents, you are getting a lot of stuff like different kind of examples of testing based on your applications which you are testing, with the explanation, how it works, what you're doing, how it goes, with beautiful screenshots, with all the explanation, like with steps. So we are keeping all this stuff seriously. So you're getting a lot of training material, a lot of interview preparation material, like really huge amount. We have all our references list. We have our resume templates, different kind of projects. So your folder in your Google Drive will be really huge one. You will have all notes from our career coach. So, I mean, you will have an access to this like 24/7, and you will remain this access even when you will graduate from the school. So you will see a lot of stuff here. So regarding Amazon, I will show it to you. Amazon interview questions, right? So we had a number of people who got jobs with Amazon. So this is my like real email, and that's what I was sending to the students. So they have, and they still have like a huge amount of positions, which doesn't require any technical skills. So that's what they were asking. That's what they were asking. This is the list. And you will see here that they were asking like how you gone like above and beyond for customer and client, like customer relationship. Also, they're asking like, are you curious? Are you ready to learn how you worked with people? And some really simple stuff like writing test cases, test plans, troubleshooting if something goes wrong, filling a bug and bug tracking. These are the only questions from Amazon which students were getting. So no technical stuff, no programming languages, nothing. They're interested in soft skills, in some general core knowledge about like how you're working and how you're doing. So let me show you Radislava. If I will find her right now, let me show you RL. Yes, this is Radislava on your screen. She's working for Amazon right now, and basically her background was reservations manager in the Remington hotels, as you can see here on the screen. She graduated from Learnix, she got a job, she is working for Amazon already for 1 month. She looks pretty much happy, I do believe. So we have a bunch of students who we helped to get into the Amazon. We have Mikhail, if you probably watched our channel, Learnix channel, you saw interview with Mikhail. You see Learning Center is here, Amazon is here. He's working for Amazon already for 9 months. So we have a bunch of people who are getting the jobs which doesn't really require you a lot of technical knowledge and technical skills. And I'm showing you LinkedIn, and as you probably know, it's a professional social network for finding the job, for getting the job, and to establish like business connections and professional networking. And we are taking this seriously. So all of our students, they do have LinkedIn profile. They are online, they're available here, and you will be able to connect to them. You will be able to chat with them if you wish. You will be able to ask them questions if you would like, right? But the idea, we are not hiding any of our graduates. They're all online, they're working here. And we have a really strong relationship with our graduates, even who graduated Learnix many years ago. For example, I will show you Natalia. She graduated in 2013, and you see how many jobs she basically switched through this long period of time. And right now she's working as a senior business analyst and senior product owner with this wonderful company for 3 years and 3 months. So we have students who graduated long ago and they already working in senior positions, and people are even hiring our students. So we do have this kind of people. I will show you Kip Kimei right now. He is our recent graduate, like he graduated 1 year ago. Kip Kimei is on your screen. So when something is popping up like positions, students are sending me an email, they're sending me messages like, hey, I'm in Yuri, we have an open position. Do you have somebody? You see, so he sent me a position. It was in July, like, Yuri, can you recommend somebody to us? So he sent me this position. We have Daria, and Daria's company is actually having a lot of open positions right now. She sent me a message like, hey, Yuri, our company is hiring. We have 44 jobs, 44 jobs. And that's exactly what Larry mentioned. Most of the jobs nowadays, especially for QA, they're remote. They see remote friendly, remote QA, QA. So Daria sent me a message like, hey, do you have anybody who might, be interested in joining our company? They're doing like a broadcast media. So if you're interested, you're more than welcome to apply. So you will build professional looking LinkedIn. We will help you. You will build connections. You will be getting access to the positions which our students are sharing with us when available. And you will build a really strong network. If you already have LinkedIn, that's really great. If you don't have it, we will help you to build it. And let me show you something else here. So when you will build a profile, you will come here and you will type in like technical recruiter. And as you probably know, these are people who are hiring, right? Who do have open positions for you. And let's look up for Washington, DC, Baltimore area. Right now we have 10,000 recruiters, technical recruiters here. And a lot of people are working with huge staffing agencies, which are working on the market for more than like 50 years. And what our students are doing, they're coming here. And when you have a really strong profile, they're connecting to recruiters, and recruiters will realize that you're looking for the job. So this is your next step. You will be connecting to all recruiters in the area to show like, hey, I'm looking for the job. And if they will have something for you, they will contact you back. Then, of course, you will come here and you will be looking for the job. This is tool number one, which people are using nowadays to find candidates. I mean, like recruiters, companies, and you see functional tester or manual QA. Washington, DC, easy apply. I will show you, let me show you like remote jobs available. Let me do like QA analyst, remote, and you will see 954 available positions right now on LinkedIn. And you can tell me like, Yuri, why it's not like 1,000 on other job boards? Because if the company would like to post a job here, they need to pay money and it costs a lot. So not every company is posting here. However, you can see how many positions we have. And I would like you to check like Dropbox company. If you know this company, they have like online storage for photos, for documents. The CEO of the company announced this year that they will work remotely forever. And what happened, they have like a huge amount of positions right now available, and most of these positions are QA related. Let me open it. Is it opening? So probably LinkedIn needs some software tester. Sometimes it's not working as expected. Okay. You see quality assurance, quality assurance, quality assurance, and I will show it to you in a second. Most of the positions are remote. Quality assurance, remote. Quality assurance, remote. Quality assurance, remote. So a lot of companies finally switched to like complete remote or hybrid, and now you have even better market than we had before, because now you have all this huge amount of remote positions. And we have people who are working in Wisconsin, we have people who are working in Jersey, in Florida, like huge amount of people. Of course, we are going to teach you like how to use other job boards, not like LinkedIn, but Indeed, which I showed to you already. And you will see that there are a huge amount of positions. And we will show you like what kind of combination of words you can use. So it's not only like QA analyst. You will try software tester, you will see like 669 jobs. You will try QA analyst, you will got 194 jobs. And imagine how much time do you need to spend to apply to all of these positions. Amount of the positions is really huge. Manual QA, as Larry showed you, right? I mean, and guess what? Amazon.com is in this list, right? So manual testing. So market right now is really, really cool, both local market and remote. And we had a lot of students who had like concerns like, hey, I mean, it's my first job in IT field, like how I'm going to work remotely. But all people are actually enjoying this because companies transform the way how they're hiring people, how they're training people remotely. So it's really, really smooth process right now. And as I'm talking about like what scares our students, usually students need to understand that when you will get a job, your company is going to train you. So you cannot test something which you have no idea how does it work, and you cannot test something if you have no idea how your users are going to use your application. So all our students who are getting the job are getting trained by the company. I will tell you my example. When I changed the project like 3 years ago, I switched to a brand new domain, like financial fintech domain, and I had no idea like how financial organizations are working. So on my job, I got trainings on how testing is working in our particular company, plus how financial domain is working, because people didn't expect you to know everything. They just teaching you and see like how it goes. And we don't have any students who got fired because once people are showing you what to do, you just need to follow like what people showed you. And that's it. There are no other secrets. They're telling you like what they want from you, and you're doing this particular stuff. So we will teach you how to use all these wonderful job boards, what kind of different searches you are going to perform, how to apply for the job, We will give you cover letter. And regarding interview preparation, I probably just show you one example here of Kip Kimei. Why not? He's a really nice guy. So when he was interviewing, and that's what like good students are doing, he sent an email like, well, I got an interview on Monday. I passed. Here are the questions which I'm not sure how to answer. And just some information, he was applying for automation testing position. He wasn't applying for manual, so he was looking for something technical, so don't be scared. And it happened like on July 29, I helped him a little, gave him some examples. We started to discuss, having back and forth, talking. He passed an interview. And he got an assignment to write some automation tests for this wonderful travels website. It was August the 4th. We got back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I gave him like a framework which I built for the students. And don't be afraid. Once again, this is for automation testing, right? And it's like back and forth, huge email chain, right? Really huge one.
And keep in mind that this student, prior to coming to our school, worked as an Uber driver. It's not like he came from IT background or anything.
That's true. He was trying to jump into the IT field, and somebody told him like DevOps is a really good field. And he actually got like one cloud certificate, and then he realized like nobody's hiring him without experience into this field. So he decided to look into QA. He found our school, and he basically loved QA more than whatever he tried to do before. And you can see here on August 21st, he got like, hey, the final interview was yesterday. They sent me a job offer on Friday. So if you will give us enough time for the interview preparation, we are trying to help like every student, but we have certain strategies, we have certain policies on how we are helping. But that's an example of like how we are working with the students and how we are helping you with interview preparation if you are giving us enough time. Because if you are calling us in the middle of the night on Friday at midnight, telling us like, hey, tomorrow at 8 a.m. I need a bunch of assignments done, unfortunately, nobody will be able to help you, unfortunately. But if you are giving us enough time, I mean, that's how it works. That's how it works. So once again, we're spending a lot of time on this. We're helping you to get a job, and we have a certain strategy. Maybe I have the slides, maybe or not, I'm sorry. So yeah, probably this one, this beautiful slide. So when you're applying for the job, we are helping you to make sure the process is going smoothly. So first of all, you are posted your resumes everywhere, you're applying, you are getting no calls. So what we are doing for you? We are modifying your resume. We are thinking like how to modify it to attract more people. And we do encourage like more postings and applyings, and we're teaching you how to do this. If you are getting calls, but nobody's calling you back, then probably something is wrong with your answers, right? So what we are doing? We're helping you to change your story, like you can maybe your communication skills, maybe we are helping you with your story, or we can schedule some kind of a mock-up phone interview for you if you do believe it's necessary, so you can see like how it works. If you are getting calls, you are getting interviews, if you are getting declines somehow, it happens, right? We are helping you to figure out why it might happen. But usually when you're getting like in person, I'm still calling this in person. Of course, we don't have any in-person interviews anymore. People are calling you on Zoom. But usually after like real technical interviews, you are usually getting the job. So we have a certain strategy which we are asking our students to follow, and we are guiding you, we are helping you to pass through, right? So we are guiding you like how typical interviews works. I don't want to show you all the slides, beautiful slides, all the schemas, all this kind of stuff, but we are taking all this stuff seriously. As I mentioned multiple times, we are providing post-graduation support. It means like when you graduate, that you always, first of all, you can always contact us with questions, with help if needed, right? And secondly, if you would like to get a refreshment and if you would like to re-attend the course, you have this possibility. So you just need to wait for the next batch, not the next one, but the one after the next one. And you can join specific modules or the whole program refreshment. And we are providing post-employment support. So far, during the last 9 years, only 4 people requested post-employment support, and mostly because when they saw how awful documentation looks on real projects, they were scared because they thought like, hey, I mean, Yuri taught us something totally weird. I mean, that's not how it works in real life. But then they realized I taught them well, but their job, their work is doing this in a really lazy way. So probably you know that we have two interesting directions for advanced classes. One is automation testing, and that's exactly what what me is doing for the daily life. I'm doing automation. It means like instead of writing manual test cases, or instead of like doing this manually, coming to Google, clicking on the buttons, if you know specific programming language, in our particular case Python, and specific frameworks like Selenium, you can write an automation script which will be opening a browser for you, clicking on the buttons and doing searches and doing validation. This is very popular among some of our students and really popular on the market as well. It's not like the only way which you need to follow, right? But this is something you can basically follow. I mean, it's a really interesting path for people who do believe they're technical right now. And actually, the first company which popped up here when I typed in Selenium is the company where I'm working right now. And you see a lot of companies are looking for Selenium. This is a golden standard nowadays in automation world. But this is like advanced course. So understand me right, it's an advanced one. Another
But of course,
course,
the salary is very different. It's up to 130K.
I agree with you. Yes, it's technical, but the salary wise, I mean, it might look attractive, kind of attractive. Another possible way for you to move, right? It's called business analysis. And this is something extremely popular nowadays. I will try to explain it in a really simple way. So business analyst is some kind of a person in the middle between your client and your team. So business analyst is collecting information from like client, what do we need to build, like how they want it to look like. And then business analyst is preparing this information and pushing it back to the development team. And as you can see here, like there are like 2,327 jobs right now on Indeed around Fairfax for business analysts. I mean, beautiful stuff. And we actually have people who do believe they're not kind of technical, they want to talk to people, and they switch to business analysis field. But once again, these are separate advanced like parts of the course. However, you will get a general understanding of these tools and these professions in the main course.
I'm just going to summarize very quickly that on our course, you are getting academic knowledge, which is presented by the main instructor, and then you are getting hands-on knowledge that is brought to you by several instructors who are bringing real-life projects from their places of employment. And then the third important component is the placement assistance and interview training, resume writing. So basically, we expect you to find a job, and we facilitate this process. We partner with many corporations. We also partner with nonprofit organizations who are in business of helping students to get placed for entry-level jobs. Our course is a job training course where you are getting academic knowledge from one instructor, and you're getting projects, hands-on projects from multiple instructors who are bringing their real-life projects into the classroom so that you gain hands-on experience and you have something to put on your resume. And the third component is the placement assistance, where you work with the real-life recruiters, corporate recruiters and life coaches who are helping students to prepare resume. They do the interview training with them, and they work with our corporate partners, introducing our students to them. Also, we have exclusive partnership with a number of nonprofit organizations, such as wayup.com, for example. Our school is a partner with wayup.com. This is a nonprofit. And as you can see, they have relationships with major organizations such as CVS, General Electric, BlackRock, Unilever, L'Oreal, Visa. So because we are a state certified school, such options are available to our students. So this is our placement assistance component of the course, because again, the goal is for you to find a job, and we help people to transition from non-career oriented jobs to career oriented jobs. We have people coming from all walks of life and different countries of origin. And in the past, they worked as Uber drivers, at Starbucks, wherever. And they come to us and we show them how to become an IT specialist and how to launch a successful career in this field. The thing is that it's easy to teach technical skills to a lot of people. And it's fairly easy to become a software tester, an IT professional. However, surprisingly enough, employers are looking for soft skills. How you function as a team player. How do you interface with customers? How you interface with your team? How you interface with internal corporate resources and so forth. And let me show you, we are a state certified school, so we are the part of the WIOA program, and we are registered in multiple states, including Virginia and Maryland. And let me share you my screen and show you what state of Maryland, for example, thinks is a #1 skill. It's not a technical skill, it's a soft skill. So basically, if we go here and we open up the recent WIOA report, the WIOA is a program that gives grant vouchers to our students. And then see, this is their statewide plan for training people and retraining people and changing their careers. The WIOA program is administered by the Department of Labor and then pushed down to the states, and each state develops an individual plan. And this is how they retrain people for better careers, right? And now if you type in here in the search soft skills, you'll see that it says, in addition to formal credentials and professional certification, Maryland businesses often cite a weakness in soft skills as an additional challenge in recruiting new hires that can succeed in their jobs. And if you go further, it's under the skill gaps, they cite the same thing. Employers cite a lack of soft skills as a primary reason for being unable to fill vacancies, particularly in low wages jobs, which in IT starts with 60 to 70,000 per year, right? So, and these are the areas that they cite: customer service, problem solving, attention to detail, interpersonal skills, decision making. Guess what? Our career coaches and corporate recruiters, they're specifically concentrating on customer service, problem solving, attention to detail, interpersonal skills, and decision making. This is what employers really want. They might hire less qualified person on a technical side, but someone with better soft skills. So this is very important.
Sorry, for the hands-on sessions, do we need any kind of devices?
Well, excellent question, Anna. Every student should have either Windows laptop or desktop, or Macintosh, laptop or desktop. I mean, it shouldn't be more than 3 years old, obviously, but pretty much any other configuration would work. I mean, Chromebook is no Chromebooks, and to have a tablet or iPad is not sufficient. So you need to have either a laptop or desktop, and the operating system should be Windows or Mac, and it shouldn't be more than 3 years old.
Okay, and for the test cases, are we going to use, I don't know, any specific mobile, or are we going to need something like that, like an iPhone or things like that?
Yuri?
Yes, so if we are talking about like mobile testing, nowadays we don't need any devices. It's 21st century. I mean, and I am showing students really nice services like Browser Stack or Sauce Labs. It's a cloud service providers where you can use your browser. You can set up any device you want and you can test on this device. So you don't need to have specific mobile phones or tablets. Everything is done right in your browser. Regarding the catch-up classes, we have a really well-known and established practice. When we have people who are joining later than the start date, we are giving them like up to 2 weeks after the start. So if you're joining, you can always get like a catch-up session with one-on-one on the instructor. So we're making sure like everybody in the group are getting on the same page. So we are doing this for multiple years, and we know that we have different life situations. So yes, and Anna, feel free to contact us. And regarding technologies for Sandeep and Natalia, I mean, if you have any particular technologies in mind or any particular skills which you would like to obtain, or you do believe it will help you, to get like better positions or better jobs, feel free to contact our center or me or Cyril or Larry. We can talk about this stuff, personally.
Right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And we look forward to seeing you next Monday. Cyril will contact each one of you and follow up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.